Go ahead, Joan. Seven seconds. Isn't that marvelous? Instantaneous would have been better.
Would it?
You're very quiet, Joan. You've been like that all day.
Have I?
Something wrong?
No, not really.
This?
Partly.
Well, what's the problem? Can I help?
Well, there's no problem. Not one that you can do anything about anyway. It's personal.
Family?
I don't want to talk about it. I want to leave.
Leave? Here? Whatever for? Oh, good heavens, you can't go now. We're almost there. 6 months and we've cracked it.
I know.
Well, doesn't that mean anything to you?
Well, of course it does. You know that.
Well, then.
I'm sorry.
Well, you owe me a bit more than that, Joan.
I don't know what to say. I've been totally involved with this from the beginning, but I wish I'd thought more about the implications.
Implications? But you've been in on it all the way through.
I mean, as a potential weapon.
Weapon?
The sort of use
Oh, don't be silly. There are thousands of uses we can exploit. We're not interested in germ warfare.
How do you know that?
Well, obviously,
How do you
I don't
know that sort of result might not be taken out of our hands?
Oh, now, Joan, listen to me. You know as well as I do that nobody can control the uses that are made of discoveries. But it doesn't stop us making discoveries. That's what our work is. We're involved with science, Joan. Life, not politics.
I'm sorry. I've made up my mind.
Well, I'm sorry, too. But you'll have to think again.
What do you mean, have to?
Well, for over 2 years now, Joan, you've been working with me very closely. You can't just walk out now. Apart from anything else, security will want to know why.
I'm sorry, but I intend to leave.
That's her now. Miss Mather.
Unfortunately, she's decided to leave him. You brought her file?
Yes, sir. Yellow, sir, occasional surveillance.
Now, Joan, what's the trouble?
Bradford set this interview up.
Well,
We recorded it yesterday. Miss Mather could be a security risk.
Maybe I'll take a few weeks off and then try teaching for a while.
Anything except germ warfare.
I just want to forget all about it, Dr. Bradford.
Even if somebody else develops it, they can, you know.
It isn't political. It's not CND or anything like that. I just can't go on, and you can't make me.
God knows I don't want to. In any case, I can finish the project without you now, Joan. But I shall miss your efficiency.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, those findings you were going to let me have, Browley, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, the work he did at the Callan mission 65. It's in his report. It may be relevant. Page 17, I think, last 2 paragraphs.
Yes.
The mixture of bases obtained by hydrolysis consists of 2 purine bases, adenine and guanine, and 2 pyrimidine bases, cytosine and uracil. Thus, if N equals C minus NH2, the result...
Word for word.
God
God knows how much more information she's got on the tip of her tongue. That's the real danger, this astonishing memory of hers. Well, what do you make of her?
She's a little naive, isn't she, sir?
Perhaps she saves her sophistication for the microbe.
Yes, sir.
We'll run a test on her. Hypnosis, just to be sure. One likes to be fair, Mears.
Yes, of course, sir.
Joan's a very loyal girl.
It's not her loyalty that bothers me, it's her memory. Loyalty is expendable under stress, you should know that.
Well, she's a nervous girl, very shy.
I don't want to offend her modesty, just run a test on her.
What sort of test?
Hypnosis. We need to see how good that photographic memory is.
Yes, I thought you would. Will you send for her?
No, you will. We don't come into it at all.
She'll see a fellow we know in Harley Street.
I don't want her to think that I feel she's untrustworthy, because I don't.
You said you thought there might be something else bothering Miss Mather, something other than the moral issue.
It was only a feeling, nothing definite.
Yes, well, we'll think about that later if need be. We'll get these tests over and done with first. It may be that her recall fades.
Do you think she's mixed up in something?
She may be. I'd like to find out.
Well, suppose she is, what will you do?
Oh, don't worry, Doctor. We'll think of something appropriate.
A lot of it is out of date now.
Oh, never mind, that doesn't matter.
Good.
Now, I want you to tell me about the classified section.
Those were the results of the experiments we did. Only Dr. Bradford and I saw them all.
Well, read me one.
There were so many.
Utilization of nucleotides.
If nucleic acid is subject to less drastic action than those which lead to complete hydrolysis, various fragments may still be identified. It's for this reason that in the event of survivors, it's decided to pursue the effects of hydrolysis only.
Thank you, Joan. Now, what's this about taxonomic separation?
The increase in the crystallographic properties was found to be parallel to the taxonomic separation. Considerable polymorphic crystalline form of the same oxyhemoglobin was noted. We may therefore conclude that if this microbe were to be used as a weapon of war, loss of life would be total over a considerable area.
Thank you, Joan. Now, I want you to have a little sleep. Dr. Bradford will be here when you wake up, all right?
Yes, thank you. I am sleepy.
Well, almost total recall. Very rare. She's lethal.
Get Bradford, will you? She knows too much.
She's not necessarily traitor material, sir. Shall I work on her?
No, I'm giving her to Callan. He's kinder to women. They trust him, poor devil.
He won't be too keen, sir.
Then I shall have to persuade him, shan't I?
Now wake up, Joan. After 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I've been sleeping. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Oh, was it all right? Did they say anything yet?
They said you can go whenever you want to.
That's marvelous. But they don't think I'm a risk then.
It doesn't look like it.
You'll like this one. Take it. This one hasn't done a thing.
Well, why give him to me?
Not him, her.
No birds, Hunter.
This bird, I think. She needs your help.
Oh, please.
Her name is Joan Mather. She works at the Biological Research
I
Centre.
never did like birds with brains.
She needs help. Your help.
Why me?
She seems to be going through some emotional stress at the moment. She needs very sympathetic handling. I thought you were just the man for the job.
Right, so let's forget the hearts and flowers, shall we? What's the truth?
She wants to leave her job.
So?
She has a photographic memory, total recall. Security at the centre thinks she's a risk.
And you don't?
I don't.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I want you to establish her innocence. Do it discreetly, but do it. Then I can persuade security at the centre to leave Miss Mather alone.
Well, what's she like?
Vulnerable? She's not too attractive.
You do pick 'em for me, don't you, sir?
No, they picked themselves.
Got a job for you. I haven't been all that well, Mr. Callan.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. This is a tailing job.
Who?
A bird. Should be here in a minute.
Oh. Well, what do you want me to find out, Mr. Callan?
Oh, everything. What she does, who she sees, who she telephones, who she dreams about, the lot.
Well, I have to screw her drum.
All right?
How much, Mr. Callan?
You know, every time I ask you to do a job, you always ask me the same question, right?
Oh.
Always get the same answer, right?
Oh.
It's the same price, right?
You're not in love, are you, Mr. Callan?
Oh, do me a favour, will you? Here they are.
Cool.
The one you want is the dark one.
Just business then, Mr. Callan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just business.
I'm nothing against the girl. Hunter knows that.
Well, your security people seem to have some.
You've talked to them?
Yes. Seems to me they haven't got very much to go on.
Well, then.
I want to prove they've nothing to go on.
I'll give you all the help I can.
Thank you, sir. Tell me, where did you meet her?
At Cambridge, I was her director of studies. Have a seat.
Oh, after you, sir. Good at her sums, was she?
First in part 1, first in part 2. Best biology tripos of a year. All her work was good, but her experimental work was brilliant. That's why I asked her to join me here. I'm a theoretician.
When was this?
Oh, about 2 years ago. She worked very well. In fact, we're almost finished.
Could she finish this alone, sir?
It would cost $1 million to set this up.
Well, some people might just have $1 million to spare.
Joan doesn't care for politics.
Well, how about at Cambridge?
No, all she did was to work, poor kid.
Well, what about holidays? Did she ever go abroad?
Once or twice, I think, to Spain with a girlfriend they met in Cambridge.
You ever send her abroad?
Once?
Where?
To West Berlin. There was a big biology conference there in '67. I couldn't go, and I thought it would do her good to go there representing me. I like her very much as a person. She could be my daughter.
Thank you, sir. I may want more, sir.
Certainly, whenever it's needed.
You want to do something about your hands, Doctor. I'm supposed to be proving she's innocent.
Good day, sir.
Goodbye.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Bradley, let me speak to Charlie, please.
Charlie speaking.
Callan's just left. I did what you told me to. He seems to think that only our security people suspect Joan.
I know. Thank you, Doctor.
And?
Oh, her best friend seems to be the girl she went on holiday with.
Sonia Prescott, yes. They share a flat in London. I put Mears onto her. He seemed almost grateful.
Yes, he would.
They did nothing in Spain, or rather Joan didn't, and Sonia's naughtiness was purely animal.
But she has no activity outside her work, no student clubs at Cambridge. She's a clean living girl. If you know what that means.
No boyfriend?
One, sir. Carl Donner, biochemist. Says he comes from West Germany. He doesn't. He comes from the East.
How do you know that?
He's on your file, sir. That's where I got the photograph.
Donner. Yes, I thought he'd be the one they'd choose.
So all that guff about her innocence was all lies?
No, not lies. Wishful thinking. Just as well I put you onto it.
I don't want this one, sir.
Would you rather I gave her to Mears?
Well,
Quite a nice little place she's got there. She has a flat with that other bird, that Sonia. Cool. Do you want to see some of the stuff that Sonia's got? Well, you hardly can see some of it. Nearly all transparent it is with bows on.
you've been eating raw meat again?
Honestly, Mr. Callan, I thought they only wore stuff like that in magazines.
Oh, belt up, will it?
I'm sorry, Mr. Callan. Well, this Joan, she's got a lot of books. Oh, nearly all science stuff. But pictures, nasty here. And she's got a lot of gramophone records.
Yeah, what kind of records?
Oh, I wrote them down. Here.
Bach, Vivaldi, Clementi, Baxter, Hude.
Yeah, it sounds like swearing, didn't it?
Any books?
Yeah, over there. Some of them's nasty and all. I don't think she's very nice, Mr. Callan.
James Joyce, D.H. Lawrence, Dostoevsky. No, Lily, no, she's not very nice. No, she's what you might call an intellectual.
She'd do better like her mate than a transparent watcher with bows on.
Think so, do you?
Well, any bird would. She likes war pictures, and she wears a lot of blue, and she buys flowers from an old bird at the corner, and she writes regular to her mum. Ah, that's nice, that is.
Yeah, that's nice. Any letters?
Yeah, from a bloke.
Photograph them?
Yeah, I've got his photo as well. Good-looking geezer. He fancies her and all. He writes all about her body and that. They're very passionate, some of these foreigners. I reckon it must be the grub.
50 quid, right?
Yes, Mr. Callan. Tar.
You want to make another 25?
No fighting.
No, just watch her flat. I want to know all her visitors.
Right, you're on, Mr. Callan.
Monday you go.
My darling, it has been so long since you were close to me in my arms, and we made love so that there was no other world but yours and mine.
You poor little idiot. What are we doing with you? Table, is it taken?
No.
Seat I meant, of course. It's very good, isn't it? Oh, I'm in the concert.
Yes, marvellous.
Yes, I'm really enjoying myself.
It's very good.
I say, you don't mind my talking to you, do you?
No, of course not.
I've never been here before. A bit like a fish out of water, as a matter of fact. I saw the concert was on, you know. I thought, well, why not? It's a very, very good name, Vivaldi, I believe.
Oh, yes, he has.
Yes, he was Italian, wasn't he?
That's right.
Yeah, I thought so. Of course, they are very good, the Italians.
Especially that period, Vivaldi, Scarlatti.
Yeah. There's that other one. Albi something.
Albinoni?
Albinoni, that's it. Well, you know them all, don't you? I say, are you a professional musician?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm a biologist.
Oh.
What do you do?
Bookkeeper. Bit dull, isn't it? Still, I mean, it keeps you off the streets, as they say. I say, could I buy you something? A drink? Or perhaps a cup of coffee? Oh, look, I mean, I'm not trying to pick you up or anything like that. But after all, I've got one.
It's very kind of you.
Oh, no, you just thought it'd be nice. I don't know very much about music. Excuse me. Thank you.
Yes, I do.
Mind you, I know what I like. Yeah, I suppose everybody says that, don't they?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Oh, I've never met a lady scientist before.
We're not that formal.
Oh, dear. I go this way.
Well, goodbye.
Look, would you have a drink with me afterwards? Oh, go on, please. I'll see you here, all right? Thank you.
I think I ought to tell you
Yes?
I've got a boyfriend.
Lucky fella.
I did enjoy this evening.
Oh, so did I. So did I. Is it, I don't often meet...
Don't often...
I don't often meet anyone as nice as you.
Thank you. Even ladies biologists like compliments.
I shall remember that.
Have you always been a bookkeeper?
Oh, no. Now I was in the army.
I thought so. You use the same sort of words as my dad.
Aye.
Do you do any fighting?
Yes, yes. Malaya.
He was in Italy in the last war. Did quite a lot. Did you like it? He did.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Best time I ever had.
She likes you for that, Callan.
What are you thinking about?
Hmm? Oh, I'm sorry. I was miles away. I was just remembering.
Toby, please let me have my key back.
No, I think a key to your place is very handy.
Hello, Toby.
Hello,
Sonia,
Joe.
this is David Callan.
Pleased to meet you.
David Callan, Toby Mears.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Sit down, boys, and I'll get some more coffee.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was just going.
Oh, don't go on my account, old boy.
No, I'm terribly sorry. I hope I haven't spoiled your nice suit.
I'll get you a cloth.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Toby, come here.
Sorry about that. Look, I really must go now. I've got a very, very busy day tomorrow. Are you sure you're all right?
Doing very nicely, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm sorry you've got to go.
Yes, yes, so am I. Look, boyfriend or no boyfriend, I would like to see you again. All right.
All right, I'd like that.
Good. Well, good night.
Goodbye. You all right, Toby?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. It's made a bit of a mess of your chair, I'm
Oh,
afraid.
it doesn't matter.
Jim, I'm sorry. I forgot this came for you earlier.
It's from Carl.
You might have poshed yourself up a bit before you come in a place like this. Where the hell you been then? 11:15. I mean, the flat is only just round the corner.
Your posh friend didn't leave till 20 minutes ago. They've ended this minute for the lights out.
All right. Can the chat. Get on with it.
Yeah, well, about 9:30, there was a thin-faced geezer. He brought her a letter.
Right. Did you have a look at it?
I couldn't get near it. He hung around for ages.
I want it by tomorrow morning. You better get near it now.
Mr. Callan, they're both at home.
Another 25.
I'm very glad to be of assistance, Mr. Callan.
No, it just says the man who brings the letter Horst will call again to arrange a way of getting it to Germany. To Carl.
Does it say
What?
when?
No. It just says pretty soon. Could be any time.
Are you there yet?
Yes, I'm outside the flat now. Hunter, do you want me to tackle Horst when he comes?
No, Mears will do that. You're the lovable agent, Callan. Mears is the nasty one.
David.
Can I talk to you?
Now?
Yes, I've got to.
Do come in then.
I believe this is yours.
How did you get that?
Well, let's just say I got it.
Well, you've no business to have it.
It's my job.
Your what?
My job. They call it security, looking into things.
Why my things?
There are certain things I have to know, and I have to find them out one way or the other.
You could have asked, couldn't you?
You wouldn't have told me, would you? Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone to all this trouble.
Is this a joke?
No. No, it's not a joke.
Do you mean we didn't even meet by accident?
I never meet anybody by accident.
But why should you
Sit
bother-
down, Miss Mather, please. Carl Donner. He wants you to go to Germany. He sent Horst to fetch you, his friend.
Carl's my boyfriend. I can go and see him if I want to.
And not to East Germany, you can't, love.
East Germany? What are you talking about?
Carl Donner is an agent, Miss Mather. A spy.
Don't be absurd.
And so is Horst.
Carl, a spy. Have you ever met Carl? He's like me. He doesn't give a damn about politics.
He's an agent, Miss Mather.
You're not even listening to me. He's a biochemist. He's not even a very good one.
Then why did you keep quiet about him?
Stop people like you getting the wrong ideas.
And is that why you left Dr. Bradford?
Yes. Now look, this is very simple. I love Carl. He loves me. He's going to marry me.
Yes, that is usually the bait.
Go away.
He doesn't want you, love. He wants what you've got in your head. And we can't let him have that.
You're wrong. He loves me.
We can't let you go to him.
How can you stop me?
Well, there are ways, believe me, there are ways.
You better get out of the way, old boy. He's on his way up.
I'm sorry, but just be quiet.
Miss Mather? Miss Mather?
Guten Tag.
Toby.
It's like I told you, love. There are ways. There have to be.
How is he?
Mears hit him rather hard.
He usually does.
Harder than I think advisable. If I'm to work on them afterwards.
I see.
Well, anyway. I put him on tranquilizers for a bit, he quite liked that. And then some of the hallucinogens. He wandered quite a bit then. Half the time he thought he was back in East Berlin. Oh, I've got it all on tape, of course.
I'm extremely grateful.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Oh, and I managed to make him lose track of time, too. He thinks it all happened 20 years ago. Then I put him on pentothal. And he prattles like a child. Let's have a look at him.
Aber natürlich ist es ausgezeichnet. Der Teufel ist Lars, aber ist sehr nett und freundlich. Und auch, wir haben Rex. And then I had to learn Anna and combat. And they sent me to a place called Würzen. It's near Leipzig. They're very good there. They're fortgeschritten and very advanced. We even had some Russians studying there. That was a very great honor.
All right, Rogers, wait outside.
Hello, Horst.
Hello, Doctor.
This is Mr. Hunter. He'd like to chat with you.
Ganz bestimmt.
You did extremely well, I believe.
Thank you. It was all so long ago, I found it difficult to remember all the details. But why are you so interested? It was such a small thing and so many years ago.
We have to keep the records straight.
Oh, yeah, the records, of course.
You left a letter for the girl, Joan Mather.
Sicher, yeah, that is correct. And then I was picked up.
After great difficulty.
Thank you.
What was the other man supposed to do?
Yes, if I failed.
The other man?
He was to come for her himself.
Wasn't that risky?
Oh, yes, of course. But the girl had very valuable information.
Do you know what it was?
Oh, no, sir. Ich weiß es nicht. That was not my business.
I see. How long before the other man followed you?
A week at the most.
How did he feel about the girl?
How does a carpenter feel about wood? Gefällt es Ihnen? Yeah, you like that?
It's very good.
How does a carpenter feel about wood?
Can you calm him?
Yes, for a little while, please.
Come along.
Where are Callan and the girl?
We're waiting outside, sir.
Bring me.
Horst? Horst? Let's just recap, shall we?
Yes.
If you failed, Dr. Carl Donner was to come for the girl, right?
Yes.
And take her to East Germany.
Yes.
And get her secrets from her, by any means.
Those were his instructions.
And he would obey them, of course.
Oh, of course. Donald was a professional.
Be sensible. Let's get it over with.
Horst, tell me your joke again about Donna.
It's good, very good. You say to me, how did Donna feel about the girl?
How did Donna feel about the girl?
That's it. And I say, how does a carpenter feel about wood?
Could we use him again?
It's pushing it. We could try.
What is he on?
Well, now he's on pentothal, but we started him on Baxter's derivative of LSD.
Big doses?
Oh, massive.
You'll destroy his mind.
This is a rush job, Miss Mather, as much for your sake as anyone's. Excuse me.
He'll never recover, you know that.
He'll never learn your secrets either. Now, I want you to go home and wait for Donna. He'll be here sooner or later, probably sooner.
And then you turn up. Oh, no, I won't.
You once told Bradford you never wanted his virus to be used by us no matter what the other side did.
That's right.
Did Donna put that idea into your head?
No, it was my own. It still is.
If Donna got the secret out of you, his side would use it. Think it over. Look after Miss Mathermears. Take her back to headquarters. Mr. Callan will join you shortly.
It's no use. I won't help you. I won't help you.
Now it's my turn, I suppose.
I don't think I quite follow.
Oh, come off it, Hunter. I wait for Donna and knock him over.
Indeed you don't. I want him alive. But you wait for him yet.
What about this other girl, Sonia?
That's Mears' department.
Good for Toby. And I suppose Donna will end up like this poor devil?
If he's lucky. How much cover do you need?
None. Use my own. Right, when do you want me in the flat?
I want you there now, you and the girl.
Well, you heard what she said.
Make her change her mind. Donna's not a fool, Callan. He won't move until he knows the girl's waiting for him in the flat, and he'll have ways of knowing that she's there.
He won't move until he hears from Horst.
I've taken care of that.
What happens to her when we find him?
We watch her, Callan. And we go on watching her until what she knows is out of date.
I won't help you.
He has pulled this gag before, you know. The last girl was a French-Canadian. Her name was Suzanne Lemaitre. Ever heard of her?
No, I don't believe she exists.
No? She was a physicist. She was a very good one.
Did she have a photographic memory too?
No. She just trusted him. She loved him. She told him things. So he squeezed her dry, then he left her, and she killed herself. I wouldn't want you to kill yourself, Joan.
Do you think I would?
Yes, you might, if he died.
You're going to kill him?
Yes, if I have to. Hunter wants him alive if possible. Well, that may not be possible. That really does depend on you. Oh, you just listen to this. Now, this is from his file. Carl Donner, East German, MFS operative, Section 5. Now, that's the section that handles the really dirty jobs. So, of course, all the operatives are very highly trained to take care of themselves. For instance, Donner is very good with this.
Carl told me he hated killing.
I hate killing. I sometimes do it.
You don't hate it. You love it.
Look, I don't have to justify myself to you, darling!
Doesn't make any difference what you say. I love him and I trust him.
You better help me then, hadn't you? Because if it's just between him and me, he'll die.
Maybe he'll kill you.
It wouldn't matter, he'd still die. Mears would do it.
No.
Listen, you're not at the pictures now, Joan. This is all very real. I mean, there are no bugles. There are no banners. There are no comrades in arms. It's very, very real and very, very nasty. All right? You're trapped in it, darling. You can't get out. Now, are you going to make me kill him?
Why do you put it onto me? What have I done?
Nothing. What's that got to do with it?
If I agree.
If you agree, he'll see you. He'll be off guard. I'll take him.
Alive or promise?
Yeah, I'll try. I can't give you any guarantees.
But you will try.
Yes, I will. I really will try.
All right.
Come on, take you home.
Oh.
Right, you got it straight?
What's the flat from the phone box? If I see this geezer, then dial a number, let it ring 3 times, and then I hang up.
Yeah, then you scarp it.
Oh, I'll do that, Mr. Callan. Mr. Callan, what if there's somebody in the phone box?
Well, they better not be.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't just stand around for hours.
Listen.
Waiting.
Don't you mess me about, mate. This is important.
Yeah, but I mean, well, it might be out of order.
I mean, what's the matter with you? I used it myself this morning, right? It's not out of order, right?
Right.
Right, now get out.
Yes.
What now?
You've hurt your ankle. You're stuck indoors. You're staying in alone.
And you?
Well, nobody knows I'm here, do they?
If Carl rings,
Well, you just tell him to come round. You tell him it's safe.
and will it be?
Be as safe as I can make it.
I should tell him to run.
Well, still get him. Just you remember that. You are his best chance of staying alive.
Alive, like Horst.
Horst isn't dead, is he? Wait. All right, this might be it. All right, go on, answer it. Go on.
Hello? Yes?
John, this is Carl.
Carl. Darling.
John, didn't you get my letter?
Yes, I did.
Then why didn't you come with Horst? Don't you want to see me?
Of course I do. Horst didn't turn up.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Carl, where are you?
In London.
Oh, that's marvelous. You've no idea how much I've missed you.
John, are you alone?
Yes.
Good. I want you to come to me. I'm at flat 9.
I can't come. I've twisted my ankle. It's silly, but I can't move unless you help me. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Look, I'll be with you in 20 minutes. Then perhaps we...
Yes.
If I help you, perhaps we can go away together, yeah?
That would be marvelous. I'll leave the door open.
Yes.
Carl, I love you. I always will.
All right. 20 minutes. It's all over. It's all right now. We've got plenty of time. Just sit down, relax, take it easy.
Carl, for you said 20 minutes.
I lied to you, Joan.
Why should you?
There was something in your voice when you said you were alone. I didn't believe you. Who are you?
Bennett. Dr. Bennett. Miss Mather called me in. Really, I must object to this.
Why?
Well, she sprained her ankle. What is all
Get
this?
away from her, Doctor.
No!
Carl, what are you going to do?
Stay where you are. Why aren't you limping?
Move!
Your patient, Doctor?
Is she dead?
Yes.
Oh, you're hell on women, mate, aren't you? Go on, get up!
Tell me, Doctor, does your health service issue you with magnum revolvers?
Only those that really need them. Away from that door! Come on, move! Schnell! Schnell!
So I am to die now?
Oh, no. No, we want you alive.
You wanted Joan dead, didn't you? The dead have no secrets.
I am to be interrogated.
I want to speak to Charlie. Callan!
I will tell you nothing.
You don't have to, mate. You're not my job. I'm giving you to Charlie.